Hey there, all you weird fact people. Today, we're taking a look at one of the most famous and scandalous entertainment venues in history, the Moulin Rouge. Did you know that the Moulin Rouge was originally built as a circus venue? That's right. But it quickly transformed into a nightclub, an entertainment hub that attracted some of the biggest names in the art and literature world, including Pablo Picasso, Henri Matisse, and Ernest Hemingway. Now, get this, the Moulin Rouge was also the first place in Paris to offer a vegetarian menu. The owner of the club, Joseph Oller, was a vegetarian himself and wanted to offer more options for his fellow herbivores. And speaking of food, the Moulin Rouge was also the first place in Paris to offer a midnight dinner. It was a meal served after the regular dinner service and was popular with night owls and party animals. Moving on to technology, did you know that the iconic red windmill on the roof of the Moulin Rouge was originally used to pump water from the Seine River to supply the venue with water? The Moulin Rouge was one of the first places in Paris to have electricity. The lights inside the venue were powered by a generator. The Moulin Rouge was also one of the first places in Paris to have a phone inside the venue. This allowed patrons to make calls to their friends and loved ones from inside the club. And let's not forget about all the photographs taken outside the venue, capturing the famous can-can dancers and other performers. The Moulin Rouge was the site of a famous performance by the comedian Charlie Chaplin in 1913. Chaplin was relatively unknown at the time, but his performance at the club helped to launch his career. But let's get to the real reason the Moulin Rouge was so famous: the entertainment. The can-can dancers, famous for their colorful petticoats and high kicks, were a scandalous sight to behold at the time and were banned in some places. And the costumes? Some of them were so heavy that they had to be suspended from the ceiling when not in use. And let's not forget about the animals. The Moulin Rouge was home to horses, goats, and even monkeys, all used in various performances at the club. And speaking of performers, the club was known for its exotic acts, including belly dancers, snake charmers, and acrobats. Now, let's get to the scandalous part. The Moulin Rouge was one of the first places in Paris to allow women to smoke in public, causing a huge uproar. And let's not forget about the infamous scandal involving the Prince of Wales, who was caught in a compromising position with a dancer named Alice Guerin in a private room at the club. And in 1911, one of the dancers, Gabby, was killed by her wealthy patron lover, who then killed himself in front of a crowd of people. And let's not forget about the famous dog dance in 1907. The dance featured a performer named Valentin Ladissos, who danced with his pet bulldog dressed in a top hat and tails. Who said dogs can't dance? The Moulin Rouge was the site of the first public striptease in Paris. The performer was named Louise Weber, but she was better known by her stage name, La Goulou, which means the glutton in French. And there you have it, folks, the weird and wild history of the Moulin Rouge. What was your favorite fact? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more bizarre history.